Hey guys, what's up? It's Data Strain, and today we're going to be doing a real quick video on sampling with Maschine. To be honest, I don't sample shit ever. I don't sample really. Maybe once in a while I'll sample something, but I like creating everything myself. But enough of you guys have asked about sampling that I might as well make a video on it, because the few times that I do, I really enjoy the process. So today's song, we're going to be doing Skyward by Scott Buckley. It is from the non-copyright audio library on YouTube, and it sounded cool. It's like some ambient stuff that I like, really cool chords that we can like pick off. So first thing, setup. Pick your first sound and your group that you want to sample to. Hit the sampling button. External source is going to be stereo. Inputs are going to be from left and right in input 1. I have it set to detect mode and the threshold at -58. And the reason being is because I don't want it to start recording until the audio hits a certain threshold. I want it to hit like a certain volume before it records, so I'm not just getting a bunch of like stupid like noise and stuff beforehand that I have to chop through. And then I have monitor set to on. There are a couple of different ways to record. You have sync and loop. Sync will basically record only a specific section of it. So let's say if you have an 8-bar sample but you only want to sample 2 bars of it, it'll let you only sample 2 bars and you kind of tell it when. And then looping is like it records a bunch of different takes on a loop, so you kind of like a loop pedal but doesn't work the same way. But it's like the recording works that way, but it just takes different takes, and that's pretty much it. But then again, I've never really used it, so I can't say that's exactly how it works. I'm just assuming that's how it works. I've never had to use it myself, but yeah, so this is the setup we need for this. So first and foremost, let's get this guy up and ready, and we're gonna record. One thing you're probably going to notice about this too is that the inputs are incredibly quiet. I do recommend some kind of preamp, because even with the internal gain set all the way to 10, really hard to hear everything. Although when I normalize the samples after the fact, it usually sounds pretty good. There's a little bit of noise, like a slight bit of noise, but nothing crazy. You know, it's not like a tape machine or anything like that. Like it's just a little hiss, you know. So yeah, let's get to a good spot in this. I just want a couple different chords to work with, even if it's just 2 chords, because we just did a switch up here. Scott Buckley, yo, this guy, this is really the only thing I've heard about from him, but this is mad chill. I really like this. Little strings in the background, little piano, a piano, you know. And that'll be good enough for now. So go ahead and put that away. So first thing we want to do is go from the record page to edit, go to normalize and apply, so that way it's not as quiet. See, nice and hefty. So there's a few ways that we can go about slicing. My personal favorite way is to just take the first slice that I want, so we'll move the play start to like here. Zoom in just a tad. And then I just duplicate to the next pad. I'll throw fixed velocity on so they're not too different in volume. And then I just slide on over. And these chops are going to be a little whack. I kind of have to rush through this, but so with that other chord that's right there. And that's basically how I usually do my chopping. I just copy it to the next pad, and then I just keep going until I find some more chops that I like. Just zooming in and out, finding some good stuff. And this is a good time to like find the BPM of it, you know what I mean? So you can actually like, and I'm terrible at this too. This is another reason I don't like sampling, but like, so you can take it and then just kind of like, and this way you can kind of get a general idea of what kind of tempo you're going to be using. So we'll bring that down to like 94. That seemed like where it was going for. So for this, what's it called? So that's like the general way that I like to cut up samples. I just think it's, I don't know, it's like the fastest and easy way, and you get a lot of control over the sample itself too, and like where the chops are coming. And then another way you could do this, so we'll go back to our original sample, and we're just going to truncate this really quick to get rid of that first half that we don't need. And now with this one, we can go to the slicing mode. And here, essentially, we're just going to like chop it up as it goes along. See, and like that's what I mean. Sometimes the tempo thing doesn't always work. So let's just go ahead and get rid of these really quick, and we're just gonna chop it by ear without the metronome for right now. So you just hit it. I suck at counting beats, man. This is why I would hate to be a drummer. Like I finger drum, but that's it. So we'll stop the sample there, and from here we can just kind of like apply it, and we have the choice to either do it as a single sound or we can do it as like part of a group. So let's just do it like that. So that's one way you can apply it. You can apply the slices to a single sound like that, and then you can play it like up and down the keyboard. Sounds like a level in Mario. And then if we go back to the sample editing page, we can hit apply, and then instead of doing single, we can have it actually go up and down the keyboard the different slices. And usually with this one, it's like set at like C-2. And again, with these, you kind of want to set it to, with the voicing, you want to set it as 1, because otherwise it's going to keep overlapping. So that's another way of slicing. Honestly, there's better tutorials when it comes to like slicing and sampling than mine, only because I really don't do this that often, and I don't know, I'm just kind of doing this because you guys asked for it. So those are 2 ways that you can slice it, and then there's one other way where you can slice it. So if we go back to this main pad here, and then go back to sampling, with slicing, there's actually a way to set it to go on a group level, essentially. And I actually cannot remember how to do that. We can slice it here. Can that work though? Because I don't want to set it as single. I want to set it as a group, and I can't remember how to do that. Okay, so that's how you do it. Yeah, so you just keep it off as single, and then it just kind of gets the slices there, and then you can go back to sound, and then just do one voice for each. And then when you're doing it this way, one thing you probably want to pay attention to also is your mute groups, choke groups actually, because you're not going to want all these sounds happening all at the same time. So you want to set them all to choke group 1. So yeah, so that's essentially the different ways that you can slice and sample things up. To be honest, like I'll try to make a beat with this. I'll try. I just don't think it's gonna be very good. So I guess yeah, what I'll do is I'm gonna slice it up the way that I like to slice it, because this is just kind of weird. I'm not really digging this. So I'm just gonna clear out these. I'm just gonna reset these really quick, and then just build up from here. Start off in this sound. We'll go back to edit. That's fine. So then we'll duplicate this here. Bring the start point to the end point there. And right now I'm just gonna focus on like actual chords, because like that's what that was kind of a bad thing for me to do in my example, was not really focusing on the chords, because that's going to be, especially with an ambient track like this, that's probably going to be like the biggest thing that you're going to be looking for. Yeah, like that's going to be good. And then let's just do like one more chop. I usually like to do like anywhere from like 4 to 8, depending on the sample. So we'll actually zoom out a little bit and just see what else is going on here. Cool, that actually sounds kind of dope. So we'll go to each one of these. So we gotta set our choke groups. Nice. So let's just grab some quick drums. I'm just gonna grab one from a group, just to make this easy, so we can throw this together, because I have to get going like now. So Astral Flutter, my favorite kit, my favorite groups. I'll go for that one. I actually kind of like this group. All right. Yo, that'll fucking work. That's nice. All right, so we'll record this in really quick. Get my tempo going. So like 93 seems to be it. I was pretty close before. So tempo, shift, round that boy up. 93. Pattern. So we don't want that pattern. Let's hold pattern and we'll make a new one. And then, yeah, we'll go here, record. I'm going to do a 4-bar. Seems the best idea. Now let's get going. always love throwing in like like triplet rolls too. This is like the best kit that I could have picked for this. This is awesome. So yeah, so that's how to chop up samples and make a beat. Sorry that I tried to rush through this. I really gotta go. But hopefully this helped you guys get ideas of how to chop things up and everything like that. Like I said, there are better examples on YouTube of how to chop and make beats on the machine. And quite honestly, this beat came out better than I thought it was going to be. I just picked a random track or whatever. But thank you guys for watching. Thank you for supporting me. If you want to see more videos in the future, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon, little dinger, to get notified whenever I make a new video. Leave suggestions in the comments for videos that you'd like to see, hence why I did the sampling video. And if you like what I do and you want to support me, please consider becoming a patron on Patreon. Also follow me on Instagram, because that's where you can see my behind the scenes beat making, and just like my little day-to-day life kind of stuff. So again, this has been Data Strain. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.